This is Jackie, and I'm here with Zach of American Authors, day 2 of just a little bit of a humid.
A little humid.
San Antonio,
I'm sweating
Texas.
just standing here. Just standing here.
You need one of those persons with like the palm fronds.
You know, here's a fact. I do need someone like that, but here's the thing. This is what I tell people. You're actually using more energy fanning yourself, which is going to make you warmer.
That's why you need someone else.
Chill. And you take deep breaths, you get your woosah on, you find your inner yogi, and you just really, you gotta chill.
So you haven't found it yet?
I haven't found it, obviously, no. I'm
still working on it.
Puddle. I'm
yeah,
here, man.
we'll be all right.
It's okay, though. It's fun.
Speaking of stuff that's hot.
What's hot?
July 1st.
July 1st.
What We Live For comes out.
Yes, our second
like
album.
That transition?
What We Live For. I love it. That was a great segue.
Thank you. I tried. Tell me about some either situations or people that influenced your songwriting for that album.
Yeah, and situations. I think the main situation, you know, we had so much. Well, we had a good amount of success with the first album, with the single "Best Day of My Life." It was great, and I think for us, we didn't really want to be affected by that pressure, but we still, people will say to us, cool, you guys have toured the world and you have a #1 song and yada, yada, yada. Cool, you guys did it. And it's like, well, no, we still have so much more that we want to accomplish. And we still have such bigger goals and aspirations that we want to see this band reach. So for us, whereas the first album was much more about kind of where we came from and the struggles and the obstacles that we overcame to get to where we're at, this one's much more about the now, being in the present, and still these dreams and these goals that we have to look forward to in the future. And so, you know, I think it's just every day. It's just being able to meet new people and see these shows and kind of the crazy shows that we get into. People think it's like, cool, once you reach this status, just like badass shows all around. It's like, no way. We still do so many crazy shit, weird shows where it's like, how did we even end up here? And we understand that it's just part of this journey, really, to just kind of reach the end, you know, and I think we love that, and we let that influence our music, all these crazy journeys and travels.
Well said. So what's the lead-off single?
So the new single is actually the title track of the album. It's called "What We Live For," and I mean, this song's really, you know, it's such a special song to us, you know, not only because it really just embodies the entire album and all the songs that are in this one, but it's really about finding those people in your life that you care about and that you love and that influence you and that are special to you, and going out there and making these memories together. It's so cool. Well, you know, there's always pros and cons to all walks of life, especially in music, but for us, we're really thankful and happy that we get to be a band because we get to enjoy all these moments together with your best friends, and it's going to be awesome. And I mean, we still do it now, just looking back on the last couple of years, being like, oh man, remember this time last year when we were doing this? Crazy, but it's going to be so cool. And 20, 30, 40 years, getting to talk to these people and go, damn, remember 15 years ago when we had this crazy, you know, we had this crazy action? Because I think what it is, it's like, I've heard great musicians say it before, it's like, you know, you can tell other people about your experiences that you have in life, but no one's really going to be able to appreciate it and know what you're talking about than the people that are right here next to you living it with you.
Very exciting.
It's exciting, yeah.
The first album, that big single, Best Day.
Yes.
All over the radio.
Yeah.
With 2016 and record sales not being what they used to be, how important is getting a radio hit?
I think it's different for different bands. You know, you see people like Halsey and 21 Pilots even before they did have their big radio hit, which I don't even think mattered for them because those kinds of artists, they just make it in such a different way, and the radio doesn't matter for them. For us, we very much are a radio band. It's just kind of the nature of our game, and that's the road that we decided to go down. But it's cool, you know, we're hard workers. We do everything that we can, and we don't write with radio in mind. You know, another big thing for us is syncs and commercials and television, and we don't write with that in mind ever. We just write songs that we like, that we're passionate about, and that come out of us naturally. And
it's just been a happy accident.
It's a happy accident, yeah, to be completely real with you on it and honest, and it just kind of works out. And so radio's been our friend, and television and commercials have been our friend, and you know, live following too. We just kind of try to go and put 110% of ourselves in everything we do.
What's the wildest sort of unexpected use of one of your songs for a commercial?
Woo! So first of all, we approve them all. So we do see some. There's one of them, this one's kind of wild. We didn't approve it, so it never got made. We saw this one and we're like, yo, this is too crazy. It was, I'm not going to say the company's name, but it was a company in Italy. And what they wanted to do, they wanted to have Best Day of My Life playing with the characters from The Sound of Music walking around. And then someone comes in and like takes a shotgun and like blows off the head of the lead character. And it was like, what? No way in hell are we down with that. That was a really crazy one that we heard of. We've had some fun ones like that came through in like Russia, and like it's always fun to see like the different countries that are doing commercials. I think it was in Thailand. There was a beer company in Thailand that made a blatant ripoff of Best Day of My Life, and they used it in their commercial. And it was like one of our friends who was just traveling in Thailand saw it and was like, "Yo, did you know that these guys totally ripped your music off and they're using it in a big commercial down there?" And it was just like, it was just laughable. It was so funny.
Did you do something about it?
Yeah, we went after them.
I would hope so, but you never know.
Come on. Why not?
So now you're here at Warped Tour. How do you go about choosing your set list now that you've got new music coming out?
Oh, just the hits. Just upbeat. I mean, it's Warped Tour, so it's like we were all influenced by punk and hardcore and all that stuff growing up. So I think for us, it's like I grew up going to Warped Tour twice a year as a kid. I would go with my dad out in LA, then I'd go with my mom again in Minneapolis. So it's like I know what I wanted to see from Warped Tour, so we just try to keep it high energy, fun. It's kind of like a good mix of old songs that people know and new songs that fortunately have already been released when you pre-order the album. So a lot of people are knowing the new material more, so yeah.
Other than fans knowing the material in advance, what are some benefits as a band when fans pre-order?
You get a lot of songs now. Yeah, we've been releasing a bunch of tracks, and so you'll get a bunch of new songs before the album even comes out. And you'll be the first ones at the show to be able to hear the music and sing along and actually know what's going on. I always hated going to see bands when they were promoting their new album before it was out, because you'd be like, all right, this is really cool to see these guys, but they're playing all these songs that I've never heard before. So it's like, now you can know them before you come see American Authors in concert.
I mean, you kind of just said it for me, but get to know American Authors before you go see them here at Warped Tour. This is Jackie. Thanks to In the Key of Change and Chorus.fm.